You are my best friend, my hopes and future, my strength, my soulmate. Standing proudly beside you in your eyes, I see my love, and in your heart, I see my dreams.
Dear Julia, our journey, like any journey in life, is not always going to be easy. There will be times when it will get really hard. We're going to have to work at this every day, but I want to do that because I want you. I want all of you forever, every day, you and me.
Dear Dan, I was never the girl planning a wedding in her head. I was pretty nonchalant about the whole thing and perhaps too realistic. Marriage, I was told, can be a hard road. Until I met you. I started dreaming of our life together. I could not get enough of you, and the way you made my mind and spirit feel so alive. After a lifetime of feeling a strong sense of otherness, I felt like I'd met my missing puzzle piece.
Julia, I asked you, when was the moment you knew that you truly knew you wanted to spend your life with Dan? You remember being with Dan at that party, seeing the way Dan interacted with his friends, seeing the way that Dan was part of community. You told me that you looked around and thought, not only is Dan an amazing partner, but an amazing friend. And at some point that night, while dancing and singing to Ava with Dan, you understood that you wanted to be with Dan forever. And Dan, separately, I also asked you, when was the moment that you truly knew you wanted to spend your life with Julia? And incredibly, you remembered the same night. You remember being with Julia at that party, watching Julia meet your friends. You remember feeling like Julia was already part of your family that night. You told me that you looked around and thought to yourself, there is no question that you wanted Julia to always be in your life. You had a certainty that night that you wanted to be with Julia forever. And that's why we're here today.
Life always seems to be complicated, and there's a lot of challenges that we all face. And, there's always pursuits that are very important that we focus on, whether it's career, certain ambitions. Those are all very great and important things. But what this moment has taught me is at the end of the day, everyone's life, love is the most important thing. Love from family, love from friends, love from every single one of you guys here. And even though Julie and I are celebrating our amazing love, I want everyone to just celebrate love in general, because that is the most important thing in life.
I recall very clearly in the moments after your birth when you were wrapped in a baby blanket and I was marveling at this new being, taking inventory, counting fingers and toes. I noted that, among other things, you had your mother's lips and my hair. Both excellent features which we were happy to share with you. I couldn't miss your intense, penetrating gaze, which went right through me. And I also discovered you had managed to steal a big piece of my heart. And today, you've still got it.
May this moment represent the love and the bond that you have for each other, and one that launches you to spectacular life adventures and discoveries. Mazel tov.
And
let's all toast to the bride and groom. May you have a long-lasting love and life together. And in Julia's words, may Dan be the air you breathe. Cheers.
But I would like to emphasize two most important qualities of his character. He got very good heart. It's very rarely, by the way. And sometimes he's very emotional. But don't pay attention about this. I think Julie already knows this.
He eventually growing up and became a man with extremely beautiful personality. I can't say enough, it's true, what an amazing son and grandson he is, how much he cares about our family.
First kid is an experiment. That's the bad news. But they're also the kid who teaches you about love, about loving in an entirely new way. And Julia was that.